Excuse me for just one moment. Why? Why would you end a pay-per-view that way? I mean, Ambrose and Rollins have been feuding for months, and you don't even let them resolve it before you bring in Bray Wyatt? What the fuck? Sorry about that. Okay. The first match is Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro. 2 out of 3 falls. And I don't have that good a memory of all the matches, so I'll just try to talk about the highlights. Okay, so Cesaro and Dolph had an intense matchup, just like they always do, with counters and everything. Dolph tries the jumping DDT, and it's countered with a mid-air European uppercut, you know. Dolph, his first victory is via Cradle, and then Dolph does his patented drop kick early in the match, and they just tear it up, and it ends with Dolph doing the Cesaro does sort of like a tiger bomb, you know, and tries to win. No matter what Cesaro throws at Dolph, he gets right back up. And that's the thing. I think they're setting him up to be Super Dolph. You couldn't even let Cesaro win one fall. You had to have the cradle pin, and then the second fall goes to Ziggler when he does the super kick, and then, with the zigzag, and that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Okay, Bella versus Bella, Nikki wins. Not really much to talk about in this match, other than the fact that I was kind of impressed by Bray's suicide dive to Nikki onto the outside. That was pretty good. Usos versus Dust Brothers. Very compelling tag match. Of course, the Dust Brothers retain. Barely. Cena versus Orton. They both start out by trading blows. Cena starts to get the upper hand. Then Irish whips Randy Orton into the corner. Randy Orton counters. They both start battling outside, each of them countering a face plant into the cage, the cell, and they're just all over the place. And there's it takes Cena 3 attitude adjustments to get. I think it takes Cena like 2 or 3 attitude adjustments to put Orton away. Orton counters with, he counters one of the attitude adjustments into an RKO. There was one moment where Cena tried to do the shoulder block, and that got countered into an RKO. This match was actually better than I expected it to be, and it ends with, of course, John Cena going over by doing a attitude adjustment through a table, which is, I guess it's an okay thing to do. Rusev versus Big Show. Of course, Big Show starting out strong, establishing that he is the Giant. Rusev later on gets the upper hand. Mark Henry comes out. Rusev it takes him like, I think um, it takes him like 3 super kicks to knock Big Show down, and then he wins with the accolade. And I don't know. Miz versus Sheamus. Sheamus tries to start off the match. He tries to end the match early with a rope kick. Miz dodges, does his usual brawler thing where he just punches and kicks and all this stuff. And, you know, well, one really funny thing about Mizdow was that during the whole chest pound thing that Sheamus does to his opponent, when he was doing that to Miz, Mizdow, he was enacting that same motion that Miz was doing on the ropes, on the apron. And that was pretty funny. And, of course, Sheamus, like, Mizdow, near the end, distracted Sheamus long enough for Miz to get the skull-crushing finale. Then Sheamus ends it with a bro kick, and then he does a little playing around with Miz and Mizdow, making them do silly things like making them both do the YMCA hand gestures, and then he kicks Miz, and both guys fall down. It was kind of entertaining. I apologize if that wasn't in order. I just don't care about them. I just don't really care about the Miz anyways, but still. AJ versus Paige, which, it's kind of odd to see a Divas match co-main event a pay-per-view. It's really odd to see that, but it works. Very, very good match. Both women giving it their all. At one point, AJ hooked the arm of Paige and then did a back kick to the face, and Paige tried to do the Rampage. It didn't work. Oh, and before I go any further, Rusev. Here's to show you exactly how much of a super athlete this guy is. He did a suplex on the Big Show, 425 pounds, possibly 480 pounds. I don't know, but he did a suplex on the Big Show. No one ever does that. So, anyways, Paige and AJ, Paige got in some good kicks and everything, and she was on the outside, and then Alicia Fox throws Paige back in, and like Paige hit her head on the back of the barricade, was knocked out for a little while. Then Alicia Fox throws Paige back in, and then AJ finishes her off with the Black Widow. And I swear to God, this is exactly how it went down. As soon as the Black Widow was applied, it was barely locked in, and Paige starts tapping. Like, really? You've countered this move twice. She's countered this move twice. And now you want me to believe that Paige would just tap out right away without even barely being locked in? She just taps out right away. Really? I don't buy that. Not one bit. Anyways, Ambrose versus Rollins. This is the one that I'm really wanting to talk about. It starts on the cell with Ambrose being attacked by the two henchmen, Noble and Mercury. Then Rollins shows up, starts attacking Ambrose. They both end up halfway down the cell, and then like they start hitting each other back and forth, slamming each other's heads on the cell. Then Ambrose does a headbutt, and they both fall down into the announce tables. And this was the point that really started to worry me. I thought they was going to end it with both men being carried out. Turns out Ambrose came back, ready to beat the living hell out of Rollins, bashes his head into the cell, throws him back in the ring. Lots of good spots in this match, like Ambrose doing an elbow drop through a table onto Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins doing the turnbuckle power bomb in the corner of the cell onto Ambrose through a table. But that was after Kane interfered with a fire extinguisher. This match was really going great. Seth Rollins tried to end it with a curb stomp, couldn't do it. Ambrose tried to end it with a curb stomp, and he tried to do it on the curb stomp. This all happened after Rollins started beating Ambrose up with a steel chair. Then he tried doing a curb stomp onto the briefcase. Couldn't do it. Ambrose later retaliates by hitting Rollins with a briefcase. Then he tries the curb stomp Rollins through cinder blocks. Now, I have to add that Ambrose started the match on top of the cell with the kidno stick. So, whatever. Anyways, as he's about to do this, though, who should happen to interfere but Bray Wyatt? He starts... The whole arena blacks out. Then Bray Wyatt starts his little gibberish thing, and then he shows up, does the one-arm shoulder slam or whatever it's called, the Uranagi or whatever. It's that thing that Samoa Joe does. Anyways, he does that move, right? And then he does the then Rollins pins Ambrose, and then Bray ends the show with a Sister Abigail to Dean Ambrose, and it's like, why would you do that? Why would you have Ambrose be attacked by Bray Wyatt before he got his retribution? This feud has been going on for months, and you want to end it? You want to prolong it again? Like, what's it gonna take for Dean Ambrose to finally get his revenge on Seth Rollins? Like, now he has to go through Bray Wyatt? And I want to see that match. I mean, don't get me wrong, but finish the Seth Rollins feud first. But that's it for me. So I am Mike Wayne, aka Rebel 180. So long for now.